Okay, we're going to talk about the export of TILOS information for Network Rail's QRSA system. So first of all, you need to have a TILOS 9 data file, which I've got here. And the first thing we've got to do in preparation is to double check all of the durations and the logic links. So everything needs to be logic linked and have reasonable durations. And we want to export all the information in minutes. So we can force it to do that through Tools, Options, choose the top option here, Calculate Duration by, choose Base Time Unit, and choose Minutes as the base time unit. So everything will now be exported in minutes, which is what the QRSA tool needs. The second thing is optional, and that is you've given this task a duration. If we look at that on the Coordinates tab, that's got a duration of, which is calculated 309 minutes. So it's possible to give that a minimum and maximum duration, and they're held on the Details tab, Other Attributes, in the integer 1 and 2 field. So if you can't see them, you click on this button here and you'll reach this dialog where you can turn them on and off, and you can rename them from more meaningful name if you want to. So then on this individual task you can give it some values, and that will then translate into the QRSA tool. But that's quite laborious, task by task, and you can do it on screen, but you can also do it in the task list view. So you can double click on that and get a spreadsheet. You can scroll across to find it or move the column, but it's still quite laborious to do it one at a time. So I recommend that you export that information to Excel, you do it in Excel, and you import it back in again before sending it off to the QRSA, and that's the subject of another movie. But now we're at the position where we can, once we've forced the durations to be in minutes, we're going to export this information, and we're going to choose the second option down, XML data. So the data file we're going to create is going to be an XML file format. This is where we're going to name and locate the file that we're going to save to. So I'm going to put it in my downloads folder, and I'm going to call it TILOS 2 QRSA test. Click on save, which you can't see because it's just outside the screen, and so that's the data file that will be created. And then we click on next, and now we've got to choose a data file that holds the rules about where this what information will be exchanged. And this has been produced for you, and all you got to do is click on this. You have to download it first, and in the email accompanying this, or contact the Elecosoft help desk for TILOS, and they'll send it to you. And you need to locate a file that's called TILOS 9 Export to Network Rail QRSA. So if you open that, so that's the rules, and previously that's the name of the data file. So you've got both of those two things. It will remember them the next time you come to it. Do not tick this embed option, just exactly as it looks like now, and click on finish, and it's done, and it's created that data file in the folder that we designated. There it is, and all we do then is we email that to the QRSA team. So you need to know who to send it to. I know a couple of people. I'm not sure who the name contacts are that you deal with, but I'm sure you can find that out. So if you have any trouble, get in touch with me. So that's the whole process of exporting a QRSA tool. So you just email that file to the QRSA team, and they can do a risk analysis on it. Simple as.